Okay, welcome to the third Little Python beginner video for my class. This time we're going to be doing some maths. I do love maths. Okay, so we're just going to get a bunch of numbers in here and we'll call them A and B and C, which by the way is something you shouldn't be doing in Python. All of your variables should have sensible names because they will usually represent something, like it might be number of passengers on a plane or the price of an item or something like that. But just for the sake of practicing, we're going to have three numbers and they're going to be A, B and C, and we will give them three variables, not three numbers, but these variables do actually represent numbers. I'm just making these up, just something to practice on. Have no idea how this will turn out. But the mathsy things we can do in Python are, we can do plus, we can do minus, we can do times, we can do divide, we can do floor division. Floor division is like divide, but it doesn't give you the remainder. It only gives you the whole numbers. Sorry, separate those out a bit so you can see what's going on there, and we'll play with them soon, so don't panic. We can also do modulus, which is the sort of almost like the opposite of floor division. It gives you the remainder, but not the whole number, to be explained shortly. Okay, so we will print. What should we start with? Oh, print always needs one of those. Print A plus B. Oops, not equals. In Python, it's good manners to put spaces before and after mathematical operators. Now, Control S to save and F5 to run, and A plus B, it tells me equals 13. Do we agree with that? Yes, perfect. That was pretty easy. Let's try minus, and let's predict A minus B. I'm hoping will give me -5. Save and run, and -5. Easy peasy so far. Times, save and run, oops, 36. And divide. Now, divide will probably give you, hang on, save and run, will probably give you a float, won't it? Oh, yes, definitely a float rather than an integer. In fact, with Python, every time you divide, it'll give you a float, whether or not your things go nicely into each other. I should possibly have made this be something that did go nicely into each other. Let's do B divided by A, and we would expect, let's do B by A, we'd expect 8 divided by 5 to be 2. Let's give that a whirl. Oh, see how it's chucked the 0.0 on the end? In Python, every time you divide, you will get a float. You won't get an integer. Remembering what a float is? A float is a number with a decimal point. That's just how the way it is in Python. Okay, now we will try this floor division thing, but for this one, we don't really want a nice tidy one. Let's go with 8 divided by 5, B divided by C, because I know that won't end up a nice pretty tidy number. Okay, so remember what floor division is. It is, so 8 divided by 5, 5 will only go into it once, and then there will be a remainder of 3. So I'm expecting this to give me the number 1, hopefully. Let's try that. Yes, okay, so floor division gives me the whole number, but not the remainder. Now, if, on the other hand, I did modulus, save F5, oh, I've got the remainder. So, B divided by C, like 8 divided by 5, gives me 1 with 3 remainder. So that is what the floor division are and modulus are. They're not so commonly used in maths, those two things, but in Python they are. They do lots of awesome things, which you will discover later. Now, so we've done addition, we've done other maths. Code commenting we did in another video. There is something which you can't read here, getting chopped off. Don't mix it up with concatenate. Now, that is what we're talking about there is the plus. So back to the plus symbol. In maths, if these are integers, B plus C is going to be 13. But if those were integers, remember this is just how we turn things, not into integers, into strings. So turning them into strings. So now it's not recognizing them as numbers, so it's not going to give me 13 anymore. In fact, it's going to give me 8, 5. So the plus, if the plus symbol is dealing with strings, it just adds them together. Now the other time where that is interesting is the star symbol. Oops. The times. Now I cannot multiply two strings together, but I can multiply an integer and a string. And let's actually have a little predict what will happen. Pause the video, have a guess, and then I will run it and we can see what does actually happen when we multiply 8 by the integer 8 by the string 5. Okay, and save and run. Oh, okay, so what it's done is it's actually printed it that many times. That's what the multiply does if one of the things is a string. So if, for example, it was a word, let's see what that does. Oh, okay, it's multiplied it lots of times. Now the word concatenate, I just like the word, but basically it's just adding words together. So it could be hi and hello and just adds them together. Easy peasy. Okay, that is maths and concatenation. End of video, I believe.